Welcome back to the refrigerator known as Old Foothills Ice Arena. Your Dakota Ridge Dirty Birds taking on the Monarch Coyotes. And this is game 4 of Fright Fest. Definitely a must-win game for us to keep our hopes alive. Right now, Foothills Flyers 16U 4-0 over the Pikes Peak Thunder. Hoping that Pikes Peak could get her done tonight. It doesn't look like it's happening. So I'm not sure what kind of crazy combinations it'll take for us to make it tomorrow. Maybe all planets have to align or something, I don't know, but we'll see what happens. The regular occurrence here at the Foothills Ice Arena. It's like going into a vortex of despair trying to get a Wi-Fi signal. So bear with me. Try to get as much as we can broadcast to you, and the rest of it will catch up for rebroadcast later. Foothills Flyers routing them there at the Edge Ice Arena right now. It's 5-0 in the second period. According to game sheets. Starting a goal for your Dirty Birds, number 33, Dax Shane. Just hit crossbar. I think we might have the infamous Connor Buchholz back. As I see his name on the roster and I see a 21 on the ice right now. Just about ready to get underway. As my tripod freezes. There's a reason why I moved from Canada. Cold weather. One of them. Back on the near side. Green O'Neill taking it in, gets a shot just wide of the net. Monarch tries to get it out. Andu across the neutral zone. They break in, take a shot, wide of the net. Mattioli working it at the blue line. O'Neill in there. Buchholz gets back there. Chips it off the boards. Picked up by Monarch. Huddy just about sends him into the twilight zone. Third circling. Mattioli. Skates into the zone. Draws them all down there with him. Still finds it on his stick. Quick shot. Doesn't make it through. Jack over in the far corner. Tryans pitches in. Tryon still has it. Skates behind the net. Poked away by Monarch. They throw it around. Briggs is going to get to it. And they chip it out. Tryans skating back the other way. It's an icing call against Monarch. Draw, Cryans gets it to Crow. Loose in front. Goaltender closes the door. Back to the far side. Griggs picks it up, gets it to Dillard. Dillard. And a shot from Griggs. Cryans gets it to Forrest. And Forrest works it against the boards. Taken away by Monarch. And picked up by Griggs. Back onto the stick of Dillard, and Dillard and Crow just about net one there. Shot comes through over to Dax. Dax deflects it to the back. Over to Cryans stick handles it in. Picked up by Forrest Dillard. Around to the far side. Dillard finds it back on the sticks. Weaves it through traffic. Dawkins keeps it in at the blue line. We do a quick change on the fly. They gotta throw it all the way down for an icing call. All Dakota Ridge so far here in period number one. Another quick shot, goaltender keeps it in the pads. possession. It's Ryan O'Neill. Skates it behind the net. Dawkin goes in there to help him out. Dawkin comes away with it. Dawkin uses that speed. Toss it in front of the net. Monarch collects it on the far side. Skates over the circle and into Eagles territory. Here comes Huddy. Let's enjoy. Breaks it in. Gets it over. Mattioli jams it. That's have to put the brakes on you. Threw himself into the back of the net. Mattioli takes a kneecap off. And Monarch all the way down. Mattioli up to O'Neill. Pops back out. Delayed offside. We regroup. Buckles gets it up. Literally, the oil in my camera is freezing. It feels like I'm moving this thing through molasses, so sorry for the crazy jerky camera too. Man, we're going back to the 70s here. Ish. Well, I don't think we had these phones in the 70s, so that might be a little bit of a stretch. Speaking of stretch, long pass. Over here to Mattioli. Stops behind the net. Poked away by Cryans. They'll take it in anyway. Picked up against the boards. And here's Tyler Gray off to the races. Tyler Gray going in. Oh, he gets the rebound, throws it in anyway. Tyler Gray, what a bunch of hard work there. He breaks in, takes a shot, gets the rebound, and then throws it in. 1-0, Dirty Birds. Jack takes it behind the net. Monarch takes it out. Monarch with the shot. Jackson the save. Tries to feed it through, doesn't make it. Back to the point. Forrest got it off in the shin pads, lost it in the feet, but they're battling. Monarch tries to get it back in there again. Centering pass, quick one, Dax with the save. Dillard chases it down, but it's an icing call against the Birds. save. Monarch regroups on the stick of Rylan Crow. Rylan finds it on his stick again. Chips it off the boards. Forrest Dillard picks it up. Kept in by... Oh my gosh. Another save by the goaltender. Kept in by Crow. Take a face off. Coyote land. Monarch works it around the boards. Check. Pop it up. Get it back over to Gunner. He throws it in. Nice some speed. They take a shot wide of the net. Over to the far side. Centering pass goes through the slot to the near side. And the present left for Tarp to enjoy. He blows a tire and Monarch skates away with it. Dax thinks twice about launching it over the blue line and leaves it for Cryans. Right on to Reed O'Neill, and he gets a quick shot away. The goaltender with the save. Mattioli to Cryans. Back to Mattioli. He chases it down. Kept in at the blue line. Shot high. That was Buckles. Back to Mattioli. Mattioli gets spun around. He gets the puck deep though. Dawkin over to O'Neill. There's Dawkin again with it. Dawkin back to Buckles over his stick. But he chases it down. Dax leaves it for him. Back over to Connor. And to O'Neill. O'Neill gets it over to Mattioli and a quick one. Oh! The Birds on fire here. And Hudson controls it now. Off the boards of Mattioli. He gets pushed off the puck. Delayed offside. We tag up, circle back in for it. They take it deep. The Cryans back up to Griggs. Jack Griggs has it. Jack, nice pass. Forrest Dillard is tied up though. Mattioli collects it back to Cryans. Or nope, it's not Cryans, that's Jack. Not Jack, Tyler Gray. Tyler gets a shot off, goes back for that rebound, doesn't get the goal this time. He scored a juicy one off the rebound there last time. Ryans. Griggs gets it. Couldn't get it past the Monarch player, and they just toss it deep. Dax leaves it for Gavin. Forrest. Forrest in. Ryans punches in. Gets it over into the slot. Dillard gets a quick shot away. The goalie pounces on it. Down with a high stick, so we'll take a face off. So that was Jack Griggs. I thought it was Tyler for some reason. Jack Griggs with the goal. Assisted by 22, Gavin Cryans. As I look at game sheets. Should have been my bad eye. Buckles. And that is on it goes. Dawkins. Charges through him, much to the delight of our bench. And Hudson, like he hurt his foot there, or his knee, skates off to the bench. Penalty coming up against the Monarch team. Ryans throws it deep. The Ryans. It pops. Nope, doesn't pop out. Here's Crow. Crow gets a nice one over on the doorstep. Another shot. Another save by the goaltender. He loses it. Oh, and it's almost in. It trickles wide. Dirty Birds almost get one there. Ryans to Tyler Gray. He's trying to hit Griggs. Went off of Gavin's skate. Time expires in period number 1. Flyers up 6-0 over Pikes Peak in the third period. That game just about wrapping up. Period number 2 on the way. Just under a minute left for the Dirty Birds power play. As O'Neill skates it in, gets a shot off, the goaltender with the save. He gets it to Mattioli. Mattioli back behind the net. Starts the breakout. Up to Dawkin. A little bit too far. I'll throw it back the length of the ice. And the penalty expired as Joy takes it in. Joy with the backhand, goalie with the save, pulls it back into themselves and ties it up here. Nice little remnant of the old building. Random buzzer noises. There might be ghosts in this Fright Fest arena. Back to Kynes, throws it in, goes wide. Gray picks it up. Gray in the corner. Draws 3 in on him. Back to even strength here again. And the goalie makes another save. Guys are not deceiving you. We have 25 shots to their 7. We're not even a minute and a half into period number 2. Off O'Neill. Gets it to Nate Dawkin, back to O'Neill. O'Neill. Waiting, everyone's just watching him. And the Coyotes say enough of that and they throw it out of the zone. Try to center it. Cryans gets to it. Off the near side boards. Birds get it out. It's Mattioli over to Gray. And a nice pass to Dawkin, and Dawkin doesn't miss that one. 2-0. Dawkins. Gets in there. Back to Hudson. He chips it off the boards. And then finishes the check on the incoming player. Dax throws it over to Mattioli. Mattioli puts the brakes on, goes the other way. And with speed, comes in, weaves through traffic. Defenseman loses their stick. And O'Neill gets it to Hudson. Pops out, O'Neill. Back to Hudson. To Buckles. And lost it over to the Coyotes. Coyotes get a shot off. Dax with a save. Joy chips it off the boards to Diego. Diego leaves it for Rian. Rian with the shot. Mattioli again. To Rian. Rian with another shot. Goalie gloves her down. Centering pass. Briggs didn't connect. Dillard picks it up from Monarch. Is Griggs with him? Dillard to Griggs, and it's in. That's number 3. Dillard in, and another goal. I didn't even get a chance to start the clock yet. With the shot. It's the back of a Coyote and they launch it down the other way. Dax stops it, leaves it for Cryans. Cryans on the rush. All the way. Takes a shot. Rips it off the boards. Mattioli. Back to Dawkins. Dawkins with the shot. O'Neill gets it back. Cryans goes off on a change. Over to Gray. Gray back to O'Neill. O'Neill with the shot. Centering pass. Gray with a shot. Goalie with the save. Diego Mattioli back in there again. Over to Dawkin. Dawkin to Gray. Gray with a slapper. Coyotes finally clear it out with a applause from the Dakota Ridge section here. Back around, Cryans lobs one. Talking to Mattioli. And just pops over Huddy's stick. Back to Dawkin. Dawkin to Diego. Diego winds up. Shot. That'll leave a mark on those pads. Goalie. Shots on goal, 37-8. Icing call against the Birds. Another shot. And another save by the goaltender. Just to give you a bit of context on what's going on in that Foothills game, they've had 52 shots. And the Thunder's 7. Centering attempt. Kept in by Cryans. Cryans tosses it in. Ryland got it past him. Cryans to Dillard. Dillard to Griggs. Griggs with a good shot. Goaltender got over and made the save. There's Gray. Tyler Gray skates it. Takes it in. Centering pass. Cryans over to Jack. Jack winds up, takes a shot. And the goaltender with another save. penalty coming up against Monarch. Dak skates to the bench for an extra skater. We'll regroup. Hudson over to Mattioli. And Diego takes it in. Diego comes in. And they control it. Hudson Joel spins, turns, gets it to Buckles. Buckles throws it across to O'Neill. Diego picks it up. Diego leaves it for O'Neill. O'Neill with a shot just wide. And Buckles lobs one over to the goal. Takes him down. Back to Dawkin. Dawkin to Diego. Back to Ian. Hudson trying to leave it for Buckles and Monarch in. With the shot, Max sees his second shot of this period. And here's Connor. Connor in there, backhands it. Diego coming through. Up to Hudson. Hudson lines up, shot. Save made by the goalie. To Kynes. O'Neill. Another shot. Diego picks it up. Over to Dawkin. Dawkin back to Hudson. Hudson feathers it through. Goaltender sweeps it away. Dakota Ridge Fright Fest right now. Shot after shot after shot thrown at this goaltender. Still in. Toss back to Dax. Let's have Dax get a try at it here. He's going to start skating up, taking shots too. Dillard gets it to Diego. Delayed penalty as Dax skates over to the bench. Back over to Cryans. Back all the way down. As Rian picks it up. Rian skating it. Skating it in. Rebound. "51 shots to 11. Off this morning, so we'll take a face off. Last minute of play in period number 2. Tyler, back for it. Gets it to Cryans. Cryans over to Jack. Jack comes in. Trying to take Cryans. He's coming in. And right back all the way down. Dax with it. Gets it up to Dillard. Dillard steers through. Leaves it for the trailer. Ryland. Jack. And the whistle blows. Period number 2 in the books. Comes down to shot differential. One more shot on goal and it's 53. Flyers final is 6-0 and 52 shots on goal. I'm just thinking maybe the arithmetic just escapes me. It's too late, my brain's frozen. We're getting ready for period number 3 here. Period underway. Back to Hudson. To Diego. Leaves it for Rian. Leaves it for Diego. Back to Hudson. Hudson to Buckles. Buckles got the shot away. Back to Hudson. Connor across. Mattioli goes in and gabs it. Kept in by Hudson. Buckles chips it off the boards. O'Neill gets it to Diego. Throws it back to Rian. Back to Diego. And Diego does a little pirouette for us. Dawkins bumped off the puck. O'Neill and Diego in there to help him. Buckles just crushes him. Back to Connor. Connor taking it in. Oh, puck loose. Goaltender pounces on it. And O'Neill gets pushed. Looks like we'll have another Coyote power, not penalty. Puck cleared. Tyler Gray skates it in. Looks for someone. Quick one. He got it over to Ryland Crow. Release from the top of the slot. There's Jack. Forrest finds some room. Tried to jam it in. Has it behind the net. Centering pass. And the goalie with the save. Tyler comes in, gets it back to O'Neill. O'Neill tosses it over to Gavin. It's back to Tyler, to Gavin. Gets it over to O'Neill. O'Neill gets it behind net. Back to Cryans gets it through. Tyler gets checked against the boards as they loft it out of the zone, and Cryans picks it up. Diego now. Feathered in. Back over to Dawkins. Dawkins to Diego. Try to hit the player coming out of the box. Ryans gets to it first. Back to Diego. Diego gets it to Doc, and leaves it for Rian. Oh, it was wide open for Dawkins. Couldn't get it off in time. Mattioli. let's enjoy. Mason Cole against the Coyotes. Loose in front of the net. There's Jack centering, picked up by the Coyotes. They'll take it out. Broken up by Buckles. And Hudson gets to it, throws it up. Poked away by the goaltender. Dillard has it now behind the net. And the goaltender smothers it again. So we're gonna running clock here, so good shooting and passing practice for the Dirty Birds here. As we wrap up our Saturday. Forrest Dillard jams it. The goaltender covers it up. Diego. Talking to Cryans. Dax stretches out the legs and makes the save, then grabs it. Dax is awake. That's only the 14th shot on him the entire game. Dillard takes it in, gets it back to the point. Shot comes from Gray. Point blank shot from Jack, and that was another save by the goalie. Broken up by Ryland Crow. Dillard to Gray, just wide of the net. Nice long pass for Forrest. Taking off the puck. And checks him into the boards. Comes away with it. And left for Ryland. Hudson got a shot off. Took Forrest skates. Here's Dillard. Dillard to Griggs. Diego. And Tyler with the wheels gets in, takes a shot. Off into the mesh. Yes, for all your kids out there, 67 shots. 6-7. They almost take out Dax with the celebration line. Get one more here. A little insurance. Last minute of play in the third period. That's another goal. Wasn't that interesting? That negates that 6-0 win from the Flyers. Again, still I have no idea what's going on. Just gonna have to check your local listings.
30 seconds. Do your thing.
That'll do it. Another shutout for Dax. Dakota Ridge takes it to him. Final shots. on goal, 69-14 in favor of the Dirty Birds. And that'll do it from Foothills Ice Arena. We'll figure it out, all the details, and let you know. Good night from Lakewood, Colorado. I'll see you later. I do love this, though. They best be giving that goalie some props, and yeah, they are. 69 shots on goal. That's absolutely insane. Oh, good night, Foot.